But a magical weapon created to take down magical creatures fortunately didn't leave a mark on Halterford's physical body because he wasn't in control of it. Still possessed by the monster, the man thrashed around in the booth, waving his arms in all directions.
Moorfield!
Chandler was being made to aim at Idina now. She dove down the aisle toward the back of the car in time to avoid being blasted to pieces by another shot of blazing yellow light. Then the demon moved to Edgar's.
Shit! Everybody move!
Behind him, Trigger leapt onto his back and tried to tackle him to the floor. She was strong enough to do so, but then the demon released its hold on controlling Edgar's body and took over Trigger's instead. She hooked her arm around his throat from behind and squeezed.
I'm sorry!
Briggs and Wilson both leapt toward her to pry her arms off a choking Edgar's, while Chandler kept swinging his gun around and firing shots they somehow managed to avoid. Idina's green lights flared up in her vision as she watched each of her team members fall under the demon's psychic power, only to be released at the last second so someone else could turn on their unit.
It can control other people outside the body it's in. Just, what, not more than 2 at a time? Don't get shot, but aim at Halterford!
Half of her team tried to do exactly that, while the other half of her team struggled with trying not to shoot each other or get shot by each other. The demon finally released its hold on Trigger, and to Idina's horror, the thing latched onto her instead. Halterford's eyes blazed with that brown light. His lips peeled back farther than seemed possible to reveal a grin that didn't belong to him, and no matter how hard she tried to fight it, she couldn't stop the demon's magic from forcing her legs forward one at a time. She was walking right toward the thing, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. As she struggled under the monster's powerful grip on her body, Idina picked up on another incredibly familiar itch and buzz of a different kind of monster magic. When she was 3 feet away from Halterford's outstretched hand and the demon sneering through his face, the immense amount of that buzzing energy was overwhelming.
Incoming!
What the are you talking about? Moorfield!
She didn't have time to reply because the enormous swarm of leeches she'd felt coming reached the train. All the windows of the dining car exploded at the same time, and dozens of crackling yellow leeches darted inside. The train car rocked violently as the screeching balls of electric monster zipped back and forth, diving toward the operators of Bravo Team and searching for the magic they'd sensed from miles away. The surprise was enough to release the demon's hold on Chandler, although it kept Idina in its grip and was now only interested in her. Chandler dropped his enormous weapon and leapt up to catch the closest leech, but instead of tackling it to the floor like he was used to doing, he ended up dangling from the creature's ethereal body with both hands.
What the
Briggs aimed his twin handguns at the shrieking yellow menaces and fired multiple shots in a row. Their team leader had excellent aim, but that didn't matter when the leeches he shot were somehow now able to redirect the magical yellow bursts from his firearms right back at him.
Shit! What the hell is going on with these things?
They're not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah! No shit!
All the while, the demon pulled Idina closer, sneering at her from inside Blaine Halterford's body.
Hey! There's Moorfield!
Hang in there, Moorfield!
I'm doing my best. At least it's not trying to make me kill my team. So if I'm the distraction right now, fine.
The demon tilted its head and looked her up and down.
You're not special.
You don't think I know that?
Think of all the damage I could do from inside that glowing green husk of yours.
The thing studied her like some kind of twitching bird-like alien. Idina tried as hard as she could to move some part of her body. At this point, She'd lost control of everything but her ability to speak.
You don't want this. I promise.
Halterford threw his head back and cackled with that otherworldly voice. Richard hadn't been too far off the mark with naming this new monster. It most certainly sounded demonic now.